Okay, now we're going to do the data source. And this data source is available in the library. Okay, so right now we just created the C drive 4270, right? So there is nothing there. So for us to be able to use data, we have to store data there. So I'm going to copy, and this file is available in Canvas. So you should download, and when you download, remember, download will save your files in download folder. Then you have to transfer that, you have to move the file from downloads to the C drive. So let me show you how to do that. Okay, so from Canvas, you download these two files, right? So the SAS dataset, the extension is SAS7bdat. Then we're going to use the Excel file also. So I downloaded these two from Canvas, and it is in download folder. So have a second file explorer open. So now highlight these two and then drag and drop them here in 4270. So now we have these two files there. Now we can go back here and select data source. Okay. And we're going to use SAS table. Okay. For us to be able to connect to the SAS table, we should have had the library already set up. And we have already done that. So click next. So table, where is the table? So browse. Now there are several libraries that SAS automatically sets up. Okay, we don't have to worry about these. The two things that we have to worry about well, this is the one that we created. So when we select that, and you see that the Boston Housing SAS data set shows up, it doesn't show the Excel file. Look, notice that. Because the Excel file, we have to do it in a different way. The library will work only for SAS data sets. And there is this work libraries. The work library is where SAS keeps all the temporary files. Okay? And any file that's in the work library will be deleted once you leave SAS Enterprise Miner. Whereas once that you save in the library that you've created, that is permanent. It will always be there. So now we select that. Right? So now we have selected a SAS data set. And now we have to go through several steps to establish the data set. So we will be looking at this in closely a little bit later. Okay, so right now I just want to get started with SAS. So we just click next. So it tells you, it gives you kind of a summary of what the data is about. Okay. And then step 4 is an important step where we have to set up metadata. Okay. But I'll have a separate video on metadata, but right now we'll just simply click next. Okay. When you click next, then you have the metadata already set up, and as I said, we will talk about metadata later on. So these are the values, but here at this point I want to talk about just one thing. We will go deeper into this later on. So we have a role of input, and that means these are predictor variables. Now this data set is about median house value of some houses in Boston area long time back. So here we have two variables that can be used as our dependent variable or target. So MEDV, that is your median value of the house in the neighborhood. So that needs to be used as target. So click input and scroll down and select target. Okay. And this cat MEDV is a category of median value. So whether median value is less than 50,000 or greater than 50,000. This data set is from way back, so I don't think you'll get even a room in for 50,000. But anyway, so this is an old data set, so that can also be, this is a binary variable. Okay? Is it less than 50,000 or not? So that also is a target. Of course, for a given model, we can only use one target, either this or that. Okay. Now, rest of them we'll leave them as is. Okay. And click next. And tells us again a summary of what the data consists. So we'll just scroll through. Okay, and finish. Now the data source has been created. So now we have done all four things. We created a project, we created a diagram, we set up a library, and then we have set up data source. So these are the four things that you have to do before you can do anything in SAS. These four things, which are common for all the projects.